guys, welcome to another episode of Haunt Talk. Today we have a special episode for you. We're going to be doing our Haunt Awards. We're actually doing it the year of this time instead of the beginning of next year. We're going to be doing multiple different categories. We have Most Unique, we're doing Scariest, Best Sets and Design, Best Actors, Best Hayride, the Most Interactive, like ones where you're interactive and stuff. Best Theme Park Haunt, Best Value, and the Haunt of the Year. If you are haunted included on this list, we will also be making a little graphic thing where you can use that to put on your website or advertise whatever. I know that's a thing that a lot of places have kind of been asking for, and they like doing it for other haunt reviewers and stuff like that. But this is going to already be a pretty long video because we're going to do lots of categories, and each category of, most categories, we're going to be doing, we're going to be giving the 3 runners for it and then announcing the winner.
Yeah.
So I will let Kim here announce the first category.
All right, we're going to start off with Most Unique. So our picks for Most Unique Haunted Houses are Wells Township Haunted House, Infernum in Terra, and Castle Blood.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all really unique in their own different way.
Yep. Wells Township's really they're weird. They do the stuff they have the simulator. They have a lot of different motions, almost little mini rides, I guess you might want to call them.
Yeah.
Infernum in Terra, their first year haunt, they did a lot of, they had a mixture of interactive, kind of almost the beginning was a scene play.
Yeah.
If you watch a review, you know more of that. And then Castle Blood, basically the entire thing is kind of a walkthrough play, where it's each room is
almost
a
an
game.
escape room.
Yeah, an escape room game type of thing. Yeah. But the winner of this category, we are giving it to Castle Blood. This is also our first time there, was this year. And they've been doing this for a while, but they definitely live up to their name as being one of the most unique haunts in the industry, because they definitely are. If you haven't been there, definitely check it out. They have some holiday events coming up, so even though this is at the end of the year, you don't have to wait all the way till next year to check them out. They have, I think, a Christmas event and some other stuff going on, maybe a St. Patrick's Day one, but you can check their website out and find that out. So the next category is the scariest. So we have Blood Prison, Ghoul Brothers Haunted House, and the Dent Schoolhouse.
And again, they're all pretty scary in their own unique way. We go into more detail in all the reviews if you want to check them out. We gave... The Witch has never wanted to cooperate the entire season, and now he decides to play with it.
Well, usually we get it.
Yeah. It's going away next year, so it's going to be a cool thing there. So we decided to give it to Blood Prison.
Mm-hmm. There's not much scarier than being groped and thrown into prison cells.
Yeah, no.
Everything about this was very invasive. Of course, this is with the touch pass. If you don't get the touch pass, it's probably not the scariest, but any place we go where there is an option like that, which really there's only 2 this year, this and USS Nightmare.
Yeah.
I think we're the only ones that had the upgraded, we're gonna mess with you experience. Blood Prison was by far the freakiest. Ghoul Brothers, they startled the heck out of us, but there's just a haunt that's going to just choke you and just throw you into cells. There's just not much that really makes an experience much more visceral than that.
Right.
All right. So let's get into the next category.
And that would be Best Sets and Design. For this category, we picked the Dent Schoolhouse, 100 Acres Manor, and Chippewa Lake Slaughterhouse.
Mm-hmm. So the Dent Schoolhouse, it's just decked out as a haunted, messed up school. It's very believable. Because the only complaint we had about that was the circus thing, which people did explain in the comments. So it's supposed to be more of a
school carnival.
Yeah, carnival. It's still, it didn't read that to me, but that is the thing. 100 Acre Manor is very largely elaborate.
Yes.
Definitely the most elaborate haunt, I think, in that area of the Pittsburgh area.
Yeah.
And then Chippewa, of course, that one is like basically like you are walking into a home of cannibals that want to eat you. We did give it to Chippewa Lake Slaughterhouse this year. Competition was very tough, but overall, just the atmosphere this place provides. It's just the atmosphere is thick, it's creepy, and it's everything you want if you're a haunted house enthusiast. But yeah, the rest of the places are awesome too. But yeah, Chippewa is just so freaking creepy.
Like, you have to go through it a couple times just to get all the details.
Yeah.
Like,
because I think that's the thing about Chippewa. It's like the other, like Dent and 100 Acre, the other two that are there, they still feel like haunted houses. Where for only a couple parts in Chippewa does it feel like a haunted house. It's just that elaborate and just it's like it's almost like minimalist in a way too, because it's inside of a slaughterhouse. So like they have it decorated. There are props, of course, and stuff like that. But everything is just so believable is what I think makes it freaky, because it's actually in the location that it's portraying.
right.
And I don't know of any other haunted house, at least around here. I'm sure there is somewhere, but that's inside of a slaughterhouse.
So our next category is Best Actors. We chose Ghoul Brothers, Castle Blood, and Chippewa Lake Slaughterhouse. And the winner is Ghoul Brothers.
Yeah.
They were just really unique with their scares, and just they had really cool lines, and it was just overall they were just really good. And we did get to experience it twice because we got to walk through it.
Yeah.
If you want to know the whole story, watch the review.
And I still think that this is something this place should offer. It's like they should offer, like, if you already bought a ticket, you should be able to go back through for like half the price.
Yeah.
Because it changes up. And this one was a hard one for us because like Castle Blood, the interactivity and the lines the actors have super impressive, and Chippewa, just the realism. But the reason this one won is because the actors, even though they didn't have as many like speaking parts as in like Castle Blood, they were so like ferocious and just constantly on point, and just like their hiding places were just so unique, and like they were so energetic that
Right.
I think the actor customer experience here is so great. And that whole thing that happened in the queue line where the guy stole my tickets.
Yeah.
The actress actually took me out to the security guard. The security guard had no idea what was going on.
Poor security guard. He's like, I'm not in on it. I have no idea what's happening. It's like,
Yeah. So just be like Spider-Man and go to Ghoul Brothers.
hey.
Best hayride. We only went to, we actually went to 3 this year, but one we're not allowed to name.
Yeah.
So the ones we are allowed to name is Brimstone and Haunted Hills Hayride. Yeah.
Don't
now-
worry, they wouldn't have won this category anyway,
No.
so it's okay.
Not at all. Now Brimstone, this was in the Cincinnati area. We did that when we were there doing Dent and Kings Island. It was really awesome. This one had lots of like the interactive stuff, like the cars chasing us. Haunted Hills Hayride was a little more traditional. It's like in the woods, kind of on the side of a hill, so that part was freaky. We gave it to Brimstone. Brimstone's one of the better haunted hayrides I've been to in a while. I wouldn't quite say it was like on Bates Motel level, which you can watch that review from a couple of years ago. But they actually got us quite a few times.
Oh my gosh. Like, it was, I felt like we were going to get, like, hurt.
Yeah. Oh,
at
yeah.
some points, because it was just
There was like
scary.
4 different chases. I think there was like some kind of like, it was almost like a semi. There's a tractor, there's a derby car, and then there's some other kind of thing, if I remember right. Was there? I think I'm thinking the hearse is the derby car. Either way, I think there's 4 times they chased us. And like, I don't remember, but the one, maybe it was her, maybe it was the derby car, maybe it was both. But I remember the one time, like, they came up, like, the one was actually hitting the hay wagon.
Yeah, the one hit the hayride.
Like, multiple
and it was
times.
actually pushing it.
Yeah, it was on purpose. And the one, like, came and, like, right at the last minute, it went right beside us. And, like, that was freaky. But they also had some really cool scenes and stuff like that in the hayride. The actors were really good on it.
Oh, yeah.
They would get up and really interact with you and stuff. Really cool hayride. And the haunts that were there were pretty decent as well. So if you're in the area, definitely check that out if you want a cool hayride. Because they're kind of hard to come by anymore, unfortunately.
Alright, that brings us to most interactive haunt. And our chosen 3 are Castle Blood, USS Nightmare, and Wells Tower. Township.
And also, to be clear, we didn't include Mansfield in this category because they're interactive in the way where they just kind of grab you in that. But we went more with these ones because the actors, Castle Blood, they don't touch you, but they actually interact with you, as in like they speak more with you and kind of like have
you
a
have
role.
to do things in order to
Right.
like progress through the haunt, things like that.
Yeah, in Castle Blood and USS Nightmare were both like this, because with USS Nightmare, it's an optional thing.
Yeah.
And they would take you in rooms and make you drink things and make you do stuff. Again, watch your review if you want to know more of that. Where Wells Township is more, each room is like a scene. They guide you to it, and each room is a scene. The winner is Castle Blood, however, because this one really, again, as we mentioned before, it's like an escape room. The whole thing is a game. There you have an overall like point kind of system where you like kind of win or lose at the end, and I don't think it can really get too much more interactive as far as haunts go.
No. Not unless they take you and dress you up and put you in the haunt.
Yeah. Or, torture you for 8 hours and then become super popular over Facebook media, and all your friends know you like haunted houses, so they can keep telling you about the piece of crap haunted house that's not a haunted house, it's just a torture palace.
Torture palace.
Do us all a favor and quit talking about it. You know what the place we're talking about. I don't even want to say the
We're
name.
not even going to say the name,
Yeah.
but you know what we're talking about.
It's a torture palace made by a sadistic person. Don't go there. Well, I don't even know how you could, but just donate dog food, because apparently it's just stupid. Best theme park is the next category. So, Cedar Point, Halloween Horror Nights, and Kings Island. It's obviously not Kings Island. It wasn't very good, but we only went to 3. Halloween Horror Nights is... So Halloween Horror Nights, the houses were great this year. All 10 were great. It's super expensive, and it's in Florida, but it's Halloween Horror Nights. Universal has all the monies to spend. Cedar Fair has all the monies as well, but not... They have most of the monies. Universal has all the monies. Who actually... Disney has all the monies, but you know what I
Disney
mean.
has all the monies.
Yeah, but
Universal has some of the
they
monies.
have most of the monies. Cedar Point has a lot of the monies. There we go. That's the money scale. We actually gave it to Cedar Point overall. It was so much fun. The scare zones were just the best scare zones. Now, the scare zones were better than anything Halloween Horror Nights had to offer this year.
Well, technically, the scare zones were more like haunted trails.
A couple of them
if
were.
anything.
Yeah, because there's a few that were legit just regular scare zones.
Yeah.
But then, like Cutthroat Cove, Blood in the Bayou, they were legit haunted trails, but they don't really have lines for them.
Yeah.
Now we went earlier in the year. We know there was some controversy with Cedar Point in the Gold Pass issue, and that they got filled to capacity. Now, our little take on that is, yeah, the Gold Pass did cost some of that, but also a lot of the weekends were exceptionally beautiful this October.
Yes.
And every place was just crazy busy.
Yeah.
So that's another reason for it.
Sea of people.
But the houses are really good at Cedar Point too.
Yeah.
We didn't get to go to all of them this year. I have been in all of the ones that were themed this year, but we just didn't get to go on all of them this year. And they were really good. Except Halloween Horror Nights, their houses were amazing. Scare Zone's kind of lackluster. I liked Vanity Ball. The rest of them, they were okay. I wasn't that thrilled. Kings Island was just a cluster.
Killmart was the only good part.
Killmart was good.
That was it.
And there's lots of fog.
Oh my god.
Lots of fog.
I think I'm still coughing up fog.
You might be. You should have fog.
Maybe next year.
Maybe next year.
Should we have fog?
Should we? I don't know.
Comment below.
That's like a lot. I feel like it would just go everywhere.
Yeah, maybe.
Best value. Blood Prison. Chippewa Lake Slaughterhouse in Wells Township. Wells Township is only $14. So it wins.
It wins, hands down.
It
hasn't
just wins.
raised the price in like years.
It's
like,
crazy. Yeah.
It used to be 13, like 3 years ago?
I don't even know. It's
And he even was like,
so cheap.
we're not doing it anymore.
so ridiculously cheap. And you also get the zombie challenge, I think, included in that.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't even have to wait in the line. That's awesome. And the Blood Prison we gave it to because for what you're getting, the amount of length that there is, that's why it's in the contenders. The amount of length you're getting for that money is great value. Chippewa, same thing. They've increased it a lot. They have increased the ticket price a little bit, but Wells Township, though, $14.
Can't beat it.
Yeah, you really can't beat it. That's just a crazy. That is just a crazy value.
It's worth the drive.
Another one that's not on the list, but Bloodview actually. because of the fact they offer the thing
Yeah.
you can go all night, that's really good
Mhm.
value if that's something you're wanting to do, is repeat visits. So it didn't make the list, but if it's something, if you want to go to one place, like we mentioned, it has come with like a babysitter for your kids, a really messed up, creepy babysitter, then yeah, just pay whatever it is, like $20 some or something in Bloodview, and just send them through that.
People do it. It's legit a thing. We were told that.
Right? Now it's the category that you've all been waiting for.
It's fanfare, confetti that we don't have. Stuff and things.
I'd insert a graphic here. That's too much time. I'm not going to do that. Haunt of the Year, contenders, Blood Prison, Ghoul Brothers, and Castle Blood.
Yeah.
So, Blood Prison, as you know, we gave all 10s to. We gave all 10s to it last year, and it was our Haunt of the Year last year. Ghoul Brothers was absolutely phenomenal this year, albeit short but sweet. Just amazing. The sets were great. The actors were phenomenal. Obviously, they won our actors category. And then Castle Blood, just so unique. All the actors are so great. All the interactivity and all that. But at the end of the day, we just love our haunted houses. We love getting the shit scared out of us. So we gave it to Blood Prison again.
Yeah.
It's just
a thing.
It's just so good.
Just so
I
good.
wanted to be able to give it to someplace else this year. But, I'm not going to give it to someplace else if Blood Prison still deserves it. And it was even better than last year.
Yeah.
And last year it was our Haunt of the Year. We went to a lot of amazing haunts this year. This is probably one of the first years that I don't think I was like... Usually there's at least one we go to where I'm like, wow, that was a waste of my time.
Right.
There really wasn't any this year that we went to that I was like, ugh. There's some that were better than others, of course.
Yeah.
But this year was good. But Blood Prison, man, the whole cave system thing that they built, the crashed airplane, just
Apparently, if it was raining, you didn't get to go into the cave.
Yeah, we saw that in some comments. People were like, we never went there. So apparently if it's raining, they didn't take you to the outside portion.
Yeah, so sorry.
So if you missed that, it's probably just bad outside. But yeah, Blood Prison with the touch pass was just absolutely phenomenal.
And I mean, you can't beat it being in a creepy old prison. I mean, you're setting the stage already. Like, you don't even have to put out props practically because it's already pretty gross and creepy in there. And then you just add, airplanes and cars and big old freaking houses and big animals and all the stuffs.
Yeah, it's just awesome what they've done in there, and the actors are so great. It really is the complete package. Mm-hmm. There really wasn't like any real complaints we had for the place. So yeah, I just hope the people that are currently running it now continue to run it in the future. Because I'm sure there'll only be things added over the years. Right. And I just think it's in really good hands.
Yeah. Bring back Spider-Man.
Right.
He went there too.
But yeah, so that does it for this episode. This is going to be, the haunt season's over, but we do plan on doing some holiday haunts. So one thing we want to ask you is any holiday haunts you know and like us to go to, leave it in the comments below. You can also, if you don't want to do that, you can message us directly on Facebook. Link, as always, is in the description. Please make sure to like this video and share it because we plan on sending this video to the haunt. So if you're a haunt that see it, we greatly appreciate you sharing this video. So, there's no reason not to. If you're part of the Haunt of the Year video, then you should, want to let people know that what we think, and it just helps us out and helps you out. But yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you in the next Haunt Talk video, probably sometime for some kind of Christmas haunt or something.
Something.
Yeah, maybe we'll put some lights up or, I don't know, drink some eggnog.
Ew. Eggnog's gross.
It's not gross. It's pretty good.
Unpopular opinion.
No.
Eggnog's gross.
Bye.